journey through John. We're in the last part. This part is really quick. It's only 2 verses. So it says this: because of the miraculous signs Jesus did in Jerusalem at the Passover celebration, many began to trust in him. But Jesus himself didn't trust himself to them because he knew about all people. No one needed to tell him about human nature, for he knew what was in each person's heart. I find this really fascinating that Jesus himself didn't entrust himself to everyone because he knew people's motives were off. I think a lesson that we can learn from that is that Jesus wasn't quick to trust everyone because he knew how sinful people were. Even though Jesus didn't entrust himself to all people, he loved all people, which is really amazing because Judas, right? Jesus didn't trust Judas because he knew what Jesus was going to do, but yet Jesus still loved Judas. Jesus still washed Judas's feet. Jesus still allowed Judas to be his disciple up until the end. And I think that's amazing. Jesus often called out the hypocrisy in people's hearts that acted like they were following him, but they were only following him for what they could get out of him. And John chapter 6 is a great example. Many people followed Jesus because he broke the loaves and the fish and fed 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fish. And so many people started following him. And then it says that Jesus said, "You're only following me because you ate your fill of loaves. You're only following me because of what I could do for you." And that's how Jesus, he knew that he couldn't trust everyone because he knew some people were not really following him for the right motives. The Pharisees, who were supposed to receive him, the Jewish experts of the law who should have seen that he was the Messiah and should have loved Jesus, rejected him and crucified him. So we learn something from this. We learn that human nature, number one, is dark. Humans are depraved, dead in sins and trespasses, and we're evil. But we also learn that even though Jesus knows how sinful we are, yet he still loves us unconditionally. He loves us even though he knows we're going to reject him and he knows we're going to fail him. A principle that we can learn from this is what Jesus said. He said, when he sent out the disciples, he said, "Be as wise as serpents, but as innocent as doves." What that means is be shrewd, be thinking, be discerning. Don't be foolish and just walk into situations where people are going to take advantage of you, but also be as innocent as a dove, meaning keep your mind pure, keep your heart pure. So be wise and careful before you trust people, but also be innocent, be blameless, walk holy.